Changing your life begins with a deep transformation of your habits because habits are the unconscious routines that dictate our actions, thoughts, and emotional responses. These daily practices, whether they are productive or destructive, shape the course of our lives in ways we may not even realize. By consciously choosing to change our habits, we take the first step in reshaping our lives. However, this change cannot happen overnight. It requires a consistent, ongoing commitment to growth. And the most powerful way to facilitate lasting transformation is by cultivating a peaceful state of mind. When your mind is peaceful, it becomes a fertile ground for intelligence, creativity, and wisdom. In contrast, a troubled, anxious, or distracted mind clouds your judgment, distorts your perceptions, and prevents you from making clear, effective decisions. Therefore, inner peace is the bedrock upon which all lasting change is built. Cultivating this inner peace requires a deep commitment to self-awareness and self-mastery. Inner peace does not come from the absence of challenges, but from how we respond to those challenges. The wisdom of both Jesus and Stoicism provides timeless guidance on how to achieve and maintain this peaceful state of mind. In the teachings of Jesus, peace is not merely an external condition, but an internal one, a profound sense of harmony and calm that transcends the chaos of the world. In the Gospel of John, Jesus says, "Peace I leave with you, my peace I give to you. I do not give to you as the world gives. Do not let your hearts be troubled, and do not be afraid." This peace is not a passive, complacent state, but an active, empowering force that enables us to face difficulties without being consumed by them. It is a peace rooted in love, trust, and surrender to a higher purpose. For Jesus, this peace is deeply connected to love for God, for others, and for oneself. And through love, we find true serenity and wisdom. Likewise, Stoicism, a philosophy that dates back to ancient Greece and Rome, teaches that our peace is rooted not in external circumstances, but in our ability to control how we respond to life. The Stoics, especially figures like Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca, emphasize that while we cannot control external events, we have complete control over our thoughts, attitudes, and actions. According to Marcus Aurelius, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. This Stoic principle teaches us that it is not the events in our lives that disturb us, but our judgments about them. In other words, our emotional reactions to the world around us are within our control, and it is only by mastering our inner responses that we can achieve true peace and wisdom. The Stoics encouraged us to practice acceptance, accepting what we cannot change, focusing on what we can, and responding with equanimity to whatever life brings. This idea of acceptance does not imply passivity, but rather the active choice to remain grounded in virtue and wisdom, no matter the circumstances. At first glance, the teachings of Jesus and Stoicism may seem quite different, one rooted in religious faith, the other in rational philosophy. But when you look deeper, you find that they both share a profound commonality. Both stress the importance of living a life of virtue, both advocate for the cultivation of wisdom, and both teach that our true power lies in our ability to control our inner state, not the external world. Jesus calls us to love our enemies and forgive those who wrong us, while the Stoics encourage us to view hardship and adversity as opportunities for growth, to be embraced with courage and composure. For Jesus, the highest virtue is love. Love for God, love for others, and love for oneself. And through this love, we find the peace that transcends all understanding. The Stoics, on the other hand, emphasize virtues like wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance, qualities that help us live in accordance with nature and reason, and guide us toward a life of flourishing. Both philosophies also recognize the inevitability of suffering and the importance of how we respond to it. Jesus' life, death, and resurrection are a testament to the power of suffering as a path to redemption and transformation. In his teachings, suffering is not to be avoided, but understood as an opportunity for spiritual growth and deeper connection with God. In a similar vein, the Stoics saw adversity as an essential part of life, something to be accepted and used as a tool for self-improvement. Epictetus, a former slave who became one of the most influential Stoic philosophers, wrote, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Both Jesus and the Stoics understood that pain and hardship are part of the human experience, but that our response to these challenges determines whether we are crushed by them or transformed through them. Changing your life, therefore, is not just about altering external circumstances. It is about shifting your internal habits, especially your habits of thought. To change your life, you must first change your mind. This shift begins with self-awareness, being mindful of your thoughts, feelings, and actions. Jesus' teachings often emphasize the importance of self-reflection and humility. He invites us to examine our hearts and motivations, to repent from negative behaviors, and to embrace a life of righteousness. The Stoics also encourage self-reflection, using journaling and meditation as tools for personal growth. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, wrote, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." By regularly practicing mindfulness and examining our inner dialogue, we can begin to identify the negative thought patterns that limit our growth and replace them with thoughts that promote peace, wisdom, and virtue. One of the most powerful habits you can develop to transform your life is the practice of gratitude. Both Jesus and the Stoics understood the transformative power of gratitude. Jesus, in his Sermon on the Mount, reminds us to be grateful for even the smallest blessings, recognizing that all good things come from God. Similarly, the Stoics practiced the habit of negative visualization, where they would imagine losing the things they loved in order to appreciate them more deeply and detach from their dependence on external circumstances. In this way, gratitude becomes a tool, not just for feeling good, but for grounding ourselves in the present moment and cultivating a mindset of abundance rather than scarcity. Developing the habit of wisdom is another essential aspect of transforming your life. Wisdom is not something we are born with. It is something that must be cultivated over time. Both Jesus and the Stoics emphasize the importance of learning, reflection, and living according to wisdom. Jesus taught that wisdom comes from God, and that it is revealed to those who seek it with pure hearts. The Stoics, on the other hand, believed that wisdom was the highest virtue and the foundation of a flourishing life. They encouraged people to live in accordance with nature, to reason through their problems, and to make decisions that are in harmony with their highest values. Wisdom involves not just intellectual knowledge, but the ability to live virtuously, to make choices that are aligned with our deepest values and purpose. Developing the habit of wisdom also involves embracing the present moment and acting with integrity. Jesus calls us to live authentically, to seek God's kingdom above all else, and to do so with humility and sincerity. The Stoics, too, emphasized living with integrity, aligning our actions with our beliefs and avoiding hypocrisy. When we act with integrity, we live in alignment with our highest principles, and this creates a life that is peaceful, purposeful, and fulfilling. Finally, love and compassion are foundational to both Jesus' teachings and Stoic philosophy. Jesus taught that love is the greatest commandment, to love God, to love others, and to love oneself. This love is not merely a feeling, but an active choice to serve, forgive, and uplift others. The Stoics, while not focused on love in the same way, recognize the importance of compassion and justice in living a virtuous life. The Stoic concept of sympatheia refers to the interconnectedness of all human beings, encouraging us to act in ways that promote the common good and contribute to the flourishing of others. By transforming your habits, cultivating a peaceful state of mind, and embracing the timeless wisdom of both Jesus and the Stoics, you create the conditions for true transformation. The journey begins with a shift in how you think, how you respond to challenges, and how you relate to others. Through love, wisdom, and the cultivation of virtue, you can change not only your outer circumstances, but also your inner state, leading to a life that is peaceful, purposeful, and truly transformed. As you grow in wisdom, you will find that you not only change your life, but also become a source of positive change for those around you.